Morning, guys, from Bulgaria. Just completed a little warm up. We went for a day trip. It was quite a long day, really, in the end. Um, and this is, if we look at the map here, that we're right in the middle of Bulgaria, and it's like the eye of Bulgaria. So we'll just zoom in, and there was a couple of places I wanted to see, or one place in particular, and that was our first little leg of the journey. From That's our location where the red marker is, and then across through all the. This is all mainly rural fields and valleys and um, mainly Slancho Gled, which is sunflower um, fields, which haven't done very well this year actually. So we were heading for this. It's like an architectural reserve now. Place called Bojentsi, and I've never been before, and I've always wanted to have a look at it. So we arrived, and they've actually put a pay barrier at the entrance to the village, which I was a bit like disappointed with, really, because this is supposed to be an architectural, like, sort of living um, little village. Anyway, there's a twist to that tale. So we said to the lady on the gate, on the barrier, what do we do? And there was a great big car park, and I was thinking, this is supposed to be a little village in the middle of nowhere, and there was a coach there. Anyway, she said, take a ticket as you normally do in the car park up, have a walk around the village, and come back, and it's 5 lev, right? So I'll just scroll through the houses here. This is beautiful, and it's quite a big village, and the architecture is fantastic. I mean, look at these houses. And this is the little square that we had a tea and a coffee, and that was our view from the square. So we'll just carry on scrolling through a little bit. Some of the properties. I mean, this is typical old Bulgarian property, and you can see it goes up quite a way, the village. So anyway, we were sitting there having a tea, and there was cars coming down the little roads, and I said to my partner in crime, I said, there's cars in here, and there was no barrier. It looked like it was pedestrianised at first from where we parked. Anyway, there's all these cars there, and there was a few cars parked up. So I said, well, it looks quite big, the village, and it was pretty gnarly on the cobblestones. So I said to my friend, well, we'll go and get the car, and we'll see more then, and we'll have a drive around, which is what we did. And there was a sign, and I asked him, I said, what does that sign say? He said, beyond that point was only for people who were renting guest houses. And I said, well, we might be a potential guest house person, so we'll drive in and have a look for guest houses. And most of these houses, what you're seeing here, are like guest houses now. That was right across the road, this one, from where we were having a cup of tea. Beautiful place. That's where we had a tea and a coffee. It's like a little bit of a square with a well in the middle, and there's a load of little cafes and Mehana, which that says Mehana. That's like a little cafe kind of thing. That's what it means. And there's a lamb oven there. And, bit of a winter shot. Now these houses, they really do look fantastic in the winter. And actually, my house, the house which I live in, this one, this is the same architecture as these. It would have had a stone roof on originally, this house, but now it's got the red tiles. That's a museum there, and there's a church. There's everything. So what happened is we came past this church, and I turned the sat nav on. I was trying this sat nav, which is called Atlas Navi. It's kind of connected to like a crypto thing. And when you participate and if you can make a report, there's a speed camera, or there's a parking place, or there's police, or various other things. You get rewards. Now I haven't upgraded to do that yet. I'm just using there's another winter view. I'm just using the navigation, which is okay. Now I switched it on here and put the next town in where we were going, and that's called Tryavna. It's similar to this, but it's more of it's a proper functioning town. This has been turned into like a reserve. Bojentsi. But it was well worth a little visit. So then we're going to Tryavna, which is this place. So Tryavna it's like a town more than a little village, but it's got all the old architecture in there. This is Tryavna. You see all the old stone roofs again. And that was our second little trip. I've been here loads of times, but I've never been to that Bojentsi because it's out of the way, And one of the other things I wanted to do on that day, on our road trip day, was go over this little mountain pass, which is our next leg of the journey. So that was Tryavna. Now this road is the 609, and we stopped in this little place here for Planchovsky. It's only a little small town, much smaller than Tryavna. So we stopped here for a little bit of lunch, and there's the locomotive. The new bridge is right above where this is taken from, and that's the old bridge there, and that's the old locomotive. And it was very very surprising to see that just perched up there. But anyway, so then from there we went through the mountains, and the road went smaller and smaller and smaller until we got to a place, and the asphalt ran out just past this place called Krustets, and then it got rough. Then after that, it was like no asphalt, and then there was a mega downpour, and we were driving along this road, and you couldn't really see, the stones and the rocks, so it was a bit like slow going, bit of off-roading, and that the unpaved bit went to, I'd say maybe 25 kilometres, maybe 20, and then we end up on the other side of the mountain, which is just near to Kazanlak. This is the Valley of the Roses. This is where all the rose oil is from, this valley. And this road now, the what is it? Let's have a look. E871. That's the main road from Sofia to Burgas, or was. There's a motorway now. That's the main highway. But this was the older main road. It's still a big road, but it's only like it's not even a dual carriageway. So now we're going to head back. We're on the other side of the mountains now. There's the mountains in the middle. And to get back to where we live, there's another mountain pass. Now, in this area, just where it says there 6 hours 18, there's 3 big ammunition factories there, and they're in full war production now because they're supplying ammunition to the conflict, and the place is bouncing, it's buzzing with people. And there was one factory that was just changing shifts, and there was 5 coaches of workers coming out of that one. And I suppose they're working round the clock as well, because it was big for the Soviet area, and there's a Kalashnikov gun factory somewhere along. I think that's further along near Sliven, which you can see to the right. It's somewhere on this road. But the towns there are absolutely buzzing with people. It's unbelievable. Now, there's another place here which they've turned into like a high-end spa town, and there's loads of these luxury hotels. I mean, proper luxury. And there's the latest one to open. Is this called the Knyaz Pavel Grand Hotel, and that's got the Balneology Medical Centre, and it's very luxurious, and there's about 10 of these hotels in this little town. So they say Bulgaria's a poor country, and this is all Bulgarians going here, mostly. I'd say 90%. They're all Bulgarians. And this is the spa centre, where you can get all the treatments, massage, and you have medical treatments as well for people. In these places, they all have doctors and nurses. Fantastic. Spa centre. Here's the spa. And these are thermal spas, natural thermal spas. So the water's coming out. About 60 degrees it comes out. So it's, hot water. Spas, So if we can just have a look at the have a look at a booking. Might take a bit of time to load up. Yeah, so Pavel Banya, it's called. So you've got all the things going on. I mean, all the stars are kind of aligning. All the people have come from Spain who don't want tourists, and there's a huge tourist influx on the coast. They don't go inland. The British, you don't see any British tourists inland really. Get the odd independent tourist, but not many. And Sofia's quite right. So here we go. Let's have a look at the prices here. Double standard room, €263 a night. Euros, 273. A studio there, sold out. So they're booked up, and so the Bulgarians are paying these prices. It's not foreigners. So this is someone said to me the other day, is Bulgaria the secret? This is Bulgarian. Is Bulgaria the secret? Like rich haven, secret rich country, and I've said that for a while. You look at the cars going around, especially in Sofia. It's unbelievable. It's like a car show. It's like Monaco, and it's because there's a lot of new industries, and it's not all big corporations, you know. So the money is with all these individuals mostly, and they keep the money because the taxes here are 10% for everything across the board. Corporation tax, income tax, all tax. The VAT is different. Anyway, so there's all this luxury, and there was a hotel actually in that Bojentsi just outside, which was, that was a nice place. We'll just have a quick look at that. I meant to show this before, but have a look at this. It's not as luxurious as that one we've just seen, but this again, I think this is beautiful places, and these are everywhere now, popping up everywhere. Luxury hotels full of Bulgarians. They're living it up. It's a new, look at that place, a new golden era in Bulgaria. And people wonder, where do you get the money from? I mean, at the weekend here, we've got a spa resort just up at the end of the valley, and it's packed at the weekends. There's people, and all the cars you see are from all over Bulgaria. You can tell by the registration numbers. And it used to be mainly just from Sofia, but now they're coming from everywhere, because everyone's kind of staying home as well to go on holiday. Because we see Spain and that. I mean, Bulgaria's better. It's mainly it's the people in the inland places like this, and this is only just a couple of places on our circuit today. Not today, the other day, on our little road trip, which turned into, it was 330 kilometres we did. Just around, and this is just around our area. Now, these spa towns are everywhere. There's more spas in Bulgaria than anywhere in Europe. And these spa resorts, the Bulgarians loved them. And they love going and getting all the treatments and everything. Now, where they get all the money from is anyone's guess. It was supposed to be poor, but if you see the EU money, pour it into Bulgaria. And I always think, hang on a minute, it's quite a big area of the country. It's the same size as England, not including Scotland, just England. It's around the same size, and it's only 7 million people. But they get money pouring in for all sorts of things: the border, the wheat, the this, the that, the energy, all from the EU. But it's only to be shared amongst 7 million people. So there's a lot of people making a lot of money, and all the private stuff like these hotels. So it's like I don't know what's happening, but I predicted this about maybe 10 years ago, and I was telling my Bulgarian friends and contacts and all. I said, I think this place is going to be on the up. I think this is going to boom. And they were saying, no way. We are the dregs of we're the dregs of Europe. I said, no, there's a lot of potential here, especially the climate. They have the snow in the winter, and then they have these hot summers, and they've got everything, and they've got the mountains, and they've got the coast. And that's just the tourist side of things, and they've also got a lot of resources, massive area of forest, and and they've got massive areas of mountains, which are like untapped source of everything, and all the water for the rivers and everything. They don't rely on it coming through other countries. It's all kind of generated, if you like, in Bulgaria. Except for the Danube comes, that's the northern border. But I don't think they use that for like water. I think they use it in the nuclear power station for cooling purposes, the water from the Danube. That's the nuclear power station's on the Danube. Anyway, so there's a little bit of more hidden things in Bulgaria. I'll just show you if I can find it. There's a winery. It's quite just see if I can find it. It's just before. It's around this area. But no, it's not. It's not loading up. I should have loaded it up before. Let's see if it comes out. No, I can't find it. Let's see if it loads up now. I'll just put a search in here. A winery. I should have done this before. It's because it's worth just having a look at it. Yeah, so there's a lot of things happening in Bulgaria. It's the secret place in Europe, and they like to. They keep telling Brussels all the time that they're very poor, So this is a winery here. Let's see where that is. I didn't know there was a winery there. It's just near here. Right, we're gonna. No, it's not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna find this place. Anyway, so that was our road trip. Few days ago, and we were 12 hours on the road, so that's a good warm up there for the road trip coming up on the 1st of August to Montenegro and Albania. So hope you enjoyed that little virtual trip. Cheers.